Hi guys, today I'm gonna tell you about my recent experiments with the two automotive vehicle simulators. One of them is well-known simulator CARLA and another one not so popular but still interesting SODA simulator that I use sometimes for my racing simulation tests and cases. And today I'm gonna test how fast can I set up a new simulation environment or at least environment connected with the ROS2. The main purpose why I want to make this video is that recently Carla released a new version based on Unreal Engine 5. And as far as I know, SODA.Sim also utilizes Unreal Engine 5. So it's going to be interesting to see what is the main differences between them and fast they how they provide the setup of the scene. So let's start from the Carla. As I understand, there is like a new shipping version. Of course, you can use your version, build it from source, but let's run it. First of all, you should run this with this flag, minus minus ROS2. And after some loading, we can see that here's the scene already implemented. And And here, for example, we have like some files connected with the ROS2. They are here in examples, ROS2. Yeah, here we see one Python script, shell script with the some RV settings and stack.json file. Let's take a look in the JSON file. As you can see, in this JSON file, we have a description of the vehicle that we want to spawn. We also can set up an ID here, and we have a list of sensors. One of them is camera RGB, and another one is the LiDAR that utilize a raycast mode. So let's try to spawn this vehicle and visualize the sensor data. Um, so we need to use our Python script and provide, let's use verbose option, and let's also provide the file name of JSON settings. As you can see, here is some additional information, and in this terminal, we gonna start this. Wow. So what we can see here, an RGB picture that is going from the camera, the LiDAR scan, and also two transforms. One of transforms represent, as I understood, the origin of the vehicle, and two others represent the position of the LiDAR and camera. But what if I want to move the camera, let's say, in front of the vehicle? Let's try to do that. Um, I'll stop this RVs setup and JSON setup, and let's open this JSON file again. And for example, I see here that the pitch has been set to 20 degrees. I think this has been done for make it look like a 3D following camera. I also know that the camera, like let's say I want this camera be a bit forward from the vehicle, which means that it should be not minus but plus, like let's say 2 and 5 meters. And yeah, this service script, I think I already stopped it, but it's still here. Okay, let's close that. manually without saving the config. Okay, let's launch the simulator again. I mean, let's spawn the vehicle and let's check. Okay, so, but what if I want to move this setup, let's say, bit backward to see some part of the vehicle? I'm gonna stop everything again. Open a JSON file. Let's say move it here, like one and a half maybe, or let's say one. So that's a bit uncomfortable way because I need to respond the vehicle all the time and cannot properly see how the setup changes. Okay, this seems like the same picture. Mm, okay, this is 05. Let's launch that again. Probably I don't need to restart RVs all the time. So listening. Oh, exception with the traffic manager. Maybe something goes wrong. Mm, yeah, it seems like I need to restart the simulator for a moment. I'll close this, restart that. Mm, it seems like some background process is still holding the processes. Let's take a look through this. Oh yeah, it seems like one process is still working. I need to use this process number to kill it. And let's try again. Hope it will work. Hmm. Hmm. I think that I can close this and now it feels like it tried to start. Oh yeah, that works now. Probably I did something wrong before. So yeah, let's continue. Um, we're trying to spawn the vehicle. I think it's not responding again. Oh, okay. Maybe there is also some another process that is holding. Let's take a look. Now I see only CARLA here. What about ROS 2? Yeah, I see that two scripts is still working. There is the numbers of the process. One and other one. So we'll kill them. Let's clear this. And then let's start it again. Okay, the simulator is working now. Let's upload our vehicle. Yeah, finally, should works now. So I see that sometimes it didn't finish clearly, and because of that, we have some background processes. So yeah, this is probably okay for initial setup. I also see some parts of the vehicle. Oh, no, not really. And if you want to spawn any other sensors, you need to check um, this part of documentation about CARLA objects or at least Python API. I think that it can be here, like sensors. Um, for example, I want to check radar sensor, radar sensor here, or at least I think that it can be done with ROS2 CARLA sensors reference. Because previously when the CARLA and Unreal Engine 4 working with all those sensors, uh, it's been easier to just put this type of the sensor. Let's take a look for the radar. Um, yeah, I see here sensor other radar. Let's try to put this radar in our iris simulation, iris CARLA simulation, I mean. For this, we need to edit the stack.json file again. And for example, instead of camera, we're gonna put here the radar, and we also need to check the attributes. I think that if we're not gonna spawn any attributes, they will generate automatically. Let's check this. So I hope I save the configuration, and is something happening? Mm, okay, let's wait a bit. Seems that simulation stuck again. Let's wait a few moments. About ROS to topic list. I see that this is the old one. Oh, wrong. I think it's still published by Arvis. Um, yeah, feels like that. So yeah, seems like it's stuck again. Let's relaunch again. Yeah, as I see, this version of CARLA is still a bit fresh and unstable, probably because of the new version of Unreal Engine. It required a lot of resources. Um, but anyway, mm, I just want to share with you that I have a pretty powerful GPU, and even if I have it, I still face some troubles. Okay, let's try to launch again with the radar. In this one, I will just check for a while. Grep ROS2. Yeah, I see again some processes in the background. Mm, what is the problem now? Oh, it feels like I need to set at least some part of attributes. Um, okay, let's set some attributes and let's check the attributes in the reader. Oh, let me close this. Okay, the attribute is gonna be like range, for example. Let's set range here. Yeah, just like with the reader. And let's set 100. I hope that one attribute is enough to make it launch. Oh yeah, see that it's been launched, and let's start with the RVs. Uh, because of camera, I didn't have, because I changed the camera to the radar, I didn't have it anymore. But it's still with name RGB. And okay, let's cover the radar data. Mm, the range is 100, and I see that I'm receiving some messages. Oh yeah, the radar is working, but I see that FPS is going down a bit. I think the topic names is being set inside the Python script. I'm not gonna change them right now, but yeah, this is I think enough for me with CARLA. Also, I wanna say that I tried to build my own version with my own vehicle, but I faced the issue that is described in the GitHub called CARLA ROS2 UE5 no editor. I already checked that, and it seems like the user who is trying to launch the build it from source version with the ROS2, um, he failed that, and he launched this with the previous one, and it's been CARLA 0915, which is CARLA version based on Unreal Engine 4. Um, okay, so let me show you this another one simulator called SODA Simulator. Usually I launch that through the Unreal Engine 5 because this version is more stable. That is launching this from VS Code. I already tried that. So first of all, I'm launching this editor. I'm using Unreal Engine 5.4 version, and here I'll show you how that works. Um, okay, let's go through this. Okay, so the second simulator is SODA.Sim, and it can be used from Unreal Engine editor version. Let's go here in the level that I already implement. This is not a standard map. Um, it's like kind of BMX track for the off-road vehicles, and Let's hit play. Spawn the vehicle here. It can be done with the UI system. I already prepare also some custom vehicles, and one of them is this small model of the Robo Racer vehicle. The geometry model has been developed by my teammate from AV4F project, Podjan Wong, and I just installed that inside Unreal Engine using official documentation. So let's spawn some sensors here, like camera, for example. The same sensors that I used in CARLA, to be honest. Maybe array, yeah, raycast LiDAR. I'm also gonna rename this and call this one LiDAR, and this sensor is camera. Okay, this icon means that I need to set up the behavior of these sensors here. I want them to be activated when I hit play scenario. I need to specify some parameters here, like publisher, for example. And also I'm gonna specify here topic, and as you can see, everything can be done here using UI, which is very comfortable instead of changing JSON file every time when I need to just change the position of the sensors a bit, or some parameters, or some any other attributes. I'm gonna type here RoboRacer, and in this case, I think also camera. Let's go to the other sensors. Here is like three type of publishers. Okay, I'm gonna choose this one. Place here a bit more channels, or maybe like 64. And here in the topic name, the same namespace. And for this one, I'm gonna put a LiDAR. And here I need to put the name of the frame ID. And the position, don't forget about position. Also, I can use this one to set position more accurate, like 30, say 25 or 27, and maybe 10 centimeters above that axis, or let's set 12. What else? I think that this transform publisher is important, and I don't like this default name for the transform topic because probably it's not gonna work. So I will set a default one, transform, and I see that here it will spawn, it will create a broadcast between the map and the base link. Uh, Maybe here should be also odometry, but let's see what is here, like a list of the components that I want to provide to TF. Um, let's set up the wheels, for example, and let's add our two sensors, camera and LiDAR. So instead of CARLA, I will see the position of the wheels. Um, okay, I think that it's time to start. I can also possess the vehicle and apply here manual control. As far as I know, I can also use like this generic driver, and I can set up here a command control, but I don't have ready to use Ackerman control, so I'm gonna use this manual control using WSD just like in the computer games. And let's check what I can see in RVS2. Oh, where are you going, little one? Oh, by the way, I think that this parameter should be changed to 45. Let's see if that works or not. I think that no, and I need to restart the simulation to, restart scenario. It's not entire simulation. Oh yeah. Let's set up a 40 degrees, for example, and let's check. Yeah, it looks more like 40 degrees, not the 50. It's too much. Um, let's go back to RVs, and I see here the map and the other ones. Feels that vehicle wanna go to race. Um, let's take a look at the control. There is a 0, and I'll hide this one. Mm, okay. Okay, no, this is not real one. I'm gonna choose this base link frame and set up here some transforms. Maybe do that window a bit smaller. And also let's take a look at the sensors. Okay, this is the LiDAR. As you can see, the points is alongside with the landscape form. I think that it can be a bit smaller. Need to change the scale of the axis like this. I can also provide names, but it's just a with functionality. In CARLA, it's the same. And let's take a look at the camera. Oh yeah, I finally can see the camera exactly where I want, and I think that I can change the position of camera right inside the simulation. I need to unpossess the vehicle um, and change it. For example, here. Oh yeah, I see that the changes is also applied inside the RVs, but let's move the camera to its place. It's been like 27, 12, and yeah, 12. Let's just take a quick ride through this extremal track. I'm gonna keep it always on top, place the camera view, make it a bit smaller maybe, and let's drive. So as you can see, with the UI, it's a bit more comfortable to set up everything connected with the vehicle, especially with the sensor position. And the both simulators are work with Unreal Engine 5, but I think that both of them is a bit fresh. And I see that the SODA developers spend a lot of time building this UI system, which is works not only with the native simulator component, but also with the ROS2 components, which is pretty cool. And also, I hope that CARLA developers will fix any issues with the bridge pretty soon, because the previous version of CARLA is absolutely stable, and you can use that with ROS1 and ROS2, and I used that a lot previously, in my projects because it's like a really large simulator. But currently, we're looking the new candidates. I mean, simulation candidates for this kind of off-road racing project. So probably Carla or Soda Simulator gonna be one of them. Uh, it will depends on the cases, and I think that you need to take a look into both of these simulators based on Unreal Engine 5 version. That's really cool, and Unreal Engine 5 provides a lot of technical things that you can utilize in your project, like a visual, improved visual representation and photorealistic graphic alongside with the pretty nice physics. But it's more for arcade games, not for the serious racing vehicles, but it can be a good start anyway. So, yeah, we finally stop here. Thanks for watching, guys.